Hi, this is a video of how Twixel will deal with mentions or reply spam. What is mentions or reply spam? Well, if I click the mentions or reply link here, I will see all the messages that were meant for the Time in New York account. So I've just clicked it, and I can see I've got a number of tweets here. And again, the first one seems to be they're just retweeting me, which is okay. The second one doesn't really do anything, mentions me in the tweet, which I kind of don't think is great, but they did it. Somebody else has given me a good tweet, and here's another one that just a bunch of links. So far all of these aren't that bad. The first bad one probably comes down a little lower, and not crazy about these, but my software will not get rid of these, because again, it's not so bad to have your name tweeted. I guess I could put in an option to block these if you wanted to, but I don't currently have one. And I can see there's a lot of these following. People seem to like this account, but when we come up to here, this MyExpressWeb is really crosses the line when it puts a link in here. So, and here's another one also, and again, you can see it's even the same. This is the same link completely. It's 154 PRU on Bitly. And here's another one that is kind of spammy to my mentions box. And here's another one. So now all these users are basically distracting me with their spam. And now I'll show you how to block a user by using the Twitter functions and show you the steps it takes. So I'm going to block this user, even though they really didn't spam me, but I'm going to block them anyway. I don't like that they sent me two of these. So the way you do it is you click their name, when it comes back, and you can see I'm not even following this person. I have to find the block link, which is here. I click that, wait for a response. Then it's asking me if it's okay. I press OK. Wait for a response, and then I have to get back where I was, I have to click up here. Wait for a response. Do it again. And now I'm not even in my mentions timeline anymore, so I have to click it again here. And that was just to get rid of one. So to get rid of, so imagine doing this for 10 or 11, and you can see they're not here either. So this is another way you can do it, but our software will do it for you automatically without any effort. What I can do now is I can go into Twixel, and I can press this key, this button here, block spammers. So I press the button, and it's asking me for which user ID. Now, I have a number of user IDs, so I actually have to specify which one. And so we're going to enter Time in New York, press OK, and we get a status box that comes up. And right now it's waiting for replies from Twitter. And it's going to go through and it's going to block the spammers. And each one it's showing me here is the MyExpressWeb, which I think I pointed out before, and it comes up with a spam number. And the spam number basically looks at the tweet and sees and does a number of measurements, and if it's greater than 2, it considers it spam. And so it's again going to just go through the mentions box, and if we pull this over here, we can see this is where it's coming down through each of the mentions and checking what the whether it's spam or not. And I'll show you in a second. It's also updating another sheet with the link so you can look at it. And I have it set up right now to automatically go ahead and block these users. There's another mode where you can actually answer a yes or no question and see the tweet of whether you want to block it. One other thing the software can do is it can actually send a direct message to to the spam account, but unfortunately Twitter spam account is not following back, so it doesn't really work yet. So if Twitter follows you back, then that functionality could also work, which it would send a tweet to the, or send a direct message to the spam user that would say and show what the actual tweet was. And I'll just let this go. And a message popped up, done, when we're finished. And I can click the stop here. Would you like to cancel? I'll say yes. And we're done. So let's go back. And here we are. We're back in Twitter. And let's see if we got rid of those spammers. And I'm going to click in the mentions link again. And again, we can see that none of those links that were there before are there anymore. And it's just that easy. The system will support at some point an automatic feature where you won't even have to do anything. Here I'm pressing a button, but this will every so often just go through and clean up your mentions data. So that's one easy way that Twixel can block spammers. So now what I have up here is the reported spam sheet, and here's a list of all the user IDs, the status ID of the tweet, and an actual link. Initially when I wrote the code, it didn't put a hyperlink in here. So what I can do here is I can actually come here and click the link and see the actual tweet that was reported as spam. And here it is, again, the link we had seen before. Now I can go to the Settings tab by clicking the Settings button, and one of the settings here is Ask when blocking user. And right now it's set to false, so we're going to set that to true. And we'll go back to the follower management, and we'll go through the block spammers again. And now this time it's going to ask me with a yes or no question and show me the tweet of whether I want to block the spammer. So it's running now. Move the status here. That was left over from list. Here's the new one. Now, what you have to do is you have to go actually back to Excel, which is asking you, do you want to block the user? And here I'll say yes. And the system's going to continue and look for the next spam. And it was done. So that was the only one we didn't do. Last time I had canceled it earlier, and I press OK. So we also had that other option on how to block, but be asked before you actually block the user. Say yes here. And that's it.